Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. Hopefully you have become a regular here, so you already know that I am Lexi, but if you have not yet, hopefully now you are, because you're going to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any more of my videos. But today is the 4th day of college prep week, so today I will be showing you some of my favorite supplies and what is in my backpack that I use at college. And like I said before, I will be putting a checklist on my website, so you can download that and get some of the supplies that I did not mention, as well as the things that I do. And you don't have to take notes like during this video or anything crazy like that. So definitely check that out, like before, during, or after this video. But just before I get started, I wanted to make sure you all remember to follow me on Instagram if you have not yet, so you always know when I'm going to be doing fun things like this college prep week. Also, if you hear any rumbling coming from the background, my mom is in here to just watch me for something to do and to like throw out her opinions on some of the things that I am telling you guys. So if you hear anyone talking, that is what that is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it before I get started on this college supplies slash like what is in my backpack for college. So let's get started. Okay, so this is my backpack. It's pretty awesome. Like I said, I do love my Louis Vuitton. It is a lot, I am aware, but it is what I use, so I'm just being straight up and honest with you guys. I have used a tote bag before, so starting there, I do prefer a backpack over a tote. I've used a tote for most of high school and college and didn't realize until I had a backpack what a mistake that was, because having a backpack is just so much easier. So definitely, first things first, I do recommend a backpack over a tote. So while I was looking at what was in my bag to make sure that everything I wanted to show you guys was actually here, I realized that some of you might be like, are you packing for class or like a small weekend getaway? Because I do have some things that some might call ridiculous, but I promise you will need them at some point. So if you don't put them in to begin with, I promise you will, because we're girls, we end up different places. I know I've gone to class and not back to my house for the rest of the night because I went to a friend's house or my boyfriend's, or to study for hours, and you just end up somewhere for longer than you intended. So that is why I have so much stuff in here that some might think is overkill. So first things first for this year is going to be your mask, because I know all of us at some point will go trying to go somewhere without a mask and not realize till we go to walk in the door. So this one goes like over my head and stuff. But yeah, definitely this is going to be the year to have an extra mask on hand, because also I know when I was in Universal Studios, shameless plug if you haven't seen that video, check it out, but my mask got soaking wet walking around. So just having another mask in your bag, if that even happens, is definitely a good move. So wanted to make sure everyone thought to do that. In my beautiful pencil pouch that I keep in my bag, I have some erasable highlighters, because for like my agenda, I like to be able to erase things like if I did have something done and then I was like, whoa, wait, that's not done, I can erase like that I highlighted it as a check mark. So that's why I like these. And if you haven't seen my other college tip video, I do talk about my agenda specifically, but that's kind of a lot. But I also write with colored pens when I'm not using my iPad, because for some reason I know that makes you learn better. I don't really know the psychology or whatever behind that, but I know it works. And even when I write on my iPad, I do use different colors, and it just makes it easier to follow and go through. And then the last thing that I have in here that I don't actually think a lot of people have, because everyone always wants to use mine, and year after year my friends never get it, but this whiteout is so much better than like a jar paint whiteout, or like those strips that when you try to write over them again, they like rip. This is the best one. It's literally like a little whiteout pen, and I've been using it since high school because I don't like for my stuff to be messy, so I have to have it if I'm going to use paper. So that is really all that's in my pencil pouch. Not very exciting, not very like, whoa, I didn't think of that. But just wanted to make sure you were aware. Like I mentioned in my hacks video, this is always in my bag, the travel version, because you never know when you're going to go to class and have to make sure your shirt isn't wrinkled before or after. If you end up doing something and you're like embarrassed, I look terrible, you got this on you, so there's nothing to worry about. It's amazing. Why wouldn't you carry that in your bag? The next thing I have is my Anna frozen gum. It's always nice to have gum on you. I have heard it helps you focus. And I love Disney, obviously, if you haven't seen those videos too. Check them out. That's also why the gum is here. To make sure I didn't forget to tell you that. Now, you can like make one of these. There's so many places to get them. I normally get them from Sephora. I honestly can't say where this one is from, but they're like the mini emergency kits, and I can put one on my Amazon storefront like I will for a lot of this stuff actually. But in these kits, there's so much stuff that you wouldn't think you need until you need it. Like this little mini sewing kit. There's just one makeup remover wipe, so if you ever were like going to the gym after class and you want to look nice for class and just like take your makeup off or something, you'd have that on you. Some double-sided tape, again, for girl outfit malfunctions. We've got some hair ties and bobby pins, again, going to the gym or just want to throw your hair up for any reason. Just nice to have it on you. People always ask you for a hair tie. Good way to make friends, honestly. All this stuff really is. Because I promise you, because you watch this video, you'll be so much more prepared than everyone else. There's also some little band-aids in here. Because who wants to go all the way home or to student health for a little cut or blister? Not me. And then lastly, a little nail file, because that could be distracting in class if you just like quickly need to file a nail. Some Q-tips and a little like wipe thing to blot or fix your makeup or whatever. So yeah, just this little tiny thing, and it makes all the difference in the world to have it. I also have dry shampoo and hairspray because I know I have gone to class after a crazy night or a night I stayed up too late and did not realize that my hair looked greasy or I needed hairspray or something, and I could go to the bathroom and fix myself quick and not like be distracted by the way I looked all through class. And like maybe some people literally don't care, and if you don't, then like this is like all unnecessary. But I just know personally I focus better in class if I'm not worrying about little things. So even just knowing I have these things on me is a relief. Oh, and again, along with those, deodorant, just another running to class forgot thing. Something I should have in here also with everything going on, but I did not remember to put those in because I haven't been using my bag since this all started, is some sort of wipes, because I know those are kind of hard to come by right now. I'm sure everyone's school is going to be cleaning between classes or something along those lines to make sure everyone is safe, but it's always nice to have those on you again, just so you can feel comfortable wherever you're going and make sure you're safe and protected. Another thing, I didn't do this until I was talking to one of my friends about that I was making this video, and she said she has to have stuff on her, so I just threw in out of my travel bag some little travel medications. Lastly, oh, there's actually a couple more things to always have on. Now, I, who have had contacts for years, still need to carry around some sort of eye drop because I don't know why I still have problems with my contacts every once in a while and need to like wet them to put them back in if they get out of place or need to go in and out, whatever. It's just something good to have it. And another thing that someone in your class someday will be like, does anyone have any contact solution? And the eye drops work just as good. Also, in my bag we have this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, I don't actually carry this around. I put it in for the video because I thought it was funny. But if you are someone that typically gets stressed out and you are over the age of 21, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. I really don't know what they would do if they found it in your bag.
I wouldn't bring it to class.
Maybe don't bring it to class. Maybe only put it in your bag when you're going to study. Just kidding. I'm just making sure you're all over prepared. That's what the purpose of this video is. Not because you need everything I have, just so you know what you could need. You're going to be over prepared if you do all this, which is so awesome. I struggle the most when I go places to study, which is why I typically always end up studying in my room, because I feel like whenever I go to study, I don't have things I need, and then it ends up being a waste of my time. So that's why I try to keep my headphones in, which I am that cool. These are AirPods. I know, so freaking awesome. I'm just kidding. But those are obviously the best for studying. I don't think they're good for anything else, but that's just me. And a charger. This is a charger for my iPad and laptop, and I have two of those. I break all my iPhone chargers, so I don't have an extra one of that. But I like to keep that in my bag because at least if my phone died, I would have the two things I mainly use for schoolwork anyways, and I could like text and get a hold of people if I needed to off of either of those devices. So that is the best for that. So those are the things that I mainly keep in my bag at all times, and I really think it's important for yourself or to, you know, get to know the people around you, because I literally promise, I can't stress this enough in this video, if you don't need it, someone will, and you are going to be awesome when you are the only one that has it. But 2 other things that I wanted to throw out before I finish this video that I don't typically keep in my bag, but it's important for class, I think, especially for freshmen that are used to like having a hall locker and like things close to them, to avoid having to go home, because I know personally I have so many friends that try to like switch out all their stuff between classes and try to make sure they're always bringing the right things to class. It doesn't always work out, especially like I said, going to class, like going to study afterwards. Who wants to bring 2 big sets of coursework to one class? So that's why I like to use a 5-subject notebook, so I can keep everything all in one place. I mean, it's bigger than a regular notebook, but I just really think it's so worth it to have everything in one place. And I mean, if you ever ran out of pages, which I haven't personally, like then you can get a separate notebook, because I know that's something people worry about, but I really don't think that the fear of running out of pages is worth having like 5 separate notebooks. So definitely, unless you obviously are using an iPad or computer, maybe even just to have paper to rip out of, I would go for this. Last but not least, I know a lot of people, especially coming out of high school, really love their binders, which is great. I did too. But now I use an accordion folder that I just keep in my room most of the time. I shove like little things sometimes in the front of here, or I take this with me. It just depends on if I've ruined my bag or if I need it the semester or whatever. But in college, you don't really want to hole punch things, because professors really don't like you to hand in like official essays or papers or anything with holes in them. So this is just the best way, I think at least, to transport things to class and keep them organized. And I know since there's so many dividers, like I can keep my personal like little things like papers and stuff in there too that aren't for like a particular class, and you can change out the tabs for like each semester, and like the papers I'm holding are like my workout plans that I have in my little separate folder for it. But I just think it's the best way to keep your papers organized and handouts, because even if you are the type of person that wants everything digital on your computer or iPad or whatever you use, you're going to get handouts in some classes, and even if you don't touch them again for the rest of the semester, I just think it's better to throw them in something like this instead of throwing them away the second they're handed to you, in case at literally any point you need them. But that is it for my what's in my backpack slash like the supplies I think you 100% need for college. Like I said, there will be a digital download on my website, so you can see the other supplies that I didn't think were necessary to mention in this video, or I didn't like have physically to show you each of them. So definitely check that out. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and show your love to me and my page. Also, I forgot to say one more time, all of this will be linked on my Amazon storefront, which you can find through my website or in the description down below. But that is it for this video, so I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.